Hi, Archie. Become a bit of a regular, haven't you, Archie? I'm glad to see you, or to hear from you, or to see your comment, whatever works. Got some people turning up now, which is great. I need to down a bit more. Oh no, you give away my secrets. Let's turn this down. It's a bit bright in here today. The sun is... Good morning, Lucy. Oops. The sun is shining through the window. It's a beautiful day. If there's any chance you can be doing this outside, you can take me outside with you and you want to do it outside, you're more than welcome to do that. I'll speak to everyone as they come in, but just so you guys can be prepared. Lovely to have you with me this morning. I'm just going to sit here and wait for people to turn up. Let me know how you're getting on. You can write me a little comment to ask any questions or to share something with me if you like this morning. Whilst we wait for people, give it another few minutes or wait for people to turn up. Hello, the Livermores. How are you today? People coming in still, so we'll just give it a couple of minutes. Excellent. I'm glad you are doing well. Like I've already said, it's a lovely morning. If you can and you wish to take part outside today, if you can take me on a mobile device out or whatever, then that would be a really nice way for you to do the exercise this morning. I'm more than happy for you to do that, and you should be able to. You might need a few bits and pieces that you can grab from inside, but you should be able to set up outside in a space. I mean, I'm not in a very big room in here, so you don't need any more than this space. We'll give it another couple of minutes and then we'll start. We are doing a home pentathlon today. So if we were in school at the moment, I would be doing some athletics with you, and I definitely would be outside with you on an athletics track or something at the moment. So I thought we would do some athletics at home. Obviously, we're going to have to cater for the logistics and the space that we have, but I have a pentathlon set up. Hopefully you can see what our events are, and I'll explain them all in more detail, so don't panic looking at them. But hopefully we'll have a nice athletics Olympic style event this morning, and we'll see whether you guys can earn yourselves a medal, Olympic medalists. Let's find out. We'll just give it another minute, see if anybody else joins us, and then we'll get started with our first event that we're going to do, first performance. Like I say, any comments you want to add in, do so. I'm happy to talk you through it. You've got for the home games that I normally record, I don't get to speak to anybody or answer any questions, and I often think, I wonder if people have understood. So anything you want to share with me, do comment and let me know what your thoughts are, and I can answer them as we go through. And it's just gone at 10 o'clock, so we'll get started, okay? So today's home game live is a home pentathlon, okay? So we're going to do 5 events, okay? That was one of the first things I was going to do, was ask you what a pentathlon might be. Pentathlon comes from 5. I did look up the Greek meaning, but 5 events we're going to do today, okay? We are going to do, on this list here, we're going to do a long jump. We're going to do shot put. We're going to do a sprint. We're going to do some hurdles, and we're going to do a long distance race. All inside this area. So you don't need to have loads of space, but you do need to make sure you have enough space for you. And if you're working with anybody else, make sure you've got enough space, okay? And we'll start with the first event, okay? The first event is a long jump. Now, what you'll need for the long jump are 2 markers. You might have seen a home game that I've done already before, and we're going to do it very similar. You're going to need 2 markers. Now, I've got 2 pairs of socks, and I've put them as sock balls. I'm going to use them. You can use 1 pair of socks and open them up, but you will need some sock balls later on as well. So if you want to go and grab yourself either a pair of socks or anything, it could be 2 pens. You just need 2 markers. You need a start point and a finish point, and you're going to need 2 of those. And whilst you're gathering bits and pieces together, I'll set up so you know what you need to do. Okay? So the first thing you're going to do is have your starting position. You're going to place that down on the floor. So this is my starter marker, my green pair of socks. Hopefully you can see that on the floor. Okay? Then what you need to do is set up your second pair of socks somewhere that you think you can jump to. So pop your socks on the floor there. And then you're going to do a standing jump from here, okay? Wherever your starting point is to wherever you can jump and land. So you do your jump and you land, and if you go past it, that's successful. That's a good jump, okay? Then you can move it forwards, make it a little bit further, okay? Go back to your start point, and you're going to take another jump, and you're going to jump forward, see if you can beat that score, okay? If you don't beat it, then you have to go back to your previous score. So if you can't beat that jump, then the score that you did get is your best score, okay? So remember where your best score, your personal best is, so that you can record that, because you're going to need it to add some points in. I've just realised my head's out of shot talking to you, but my head's in the sky. Okay, so find yourself a start point, give yourself a jump target. I want you to jump, we'll go with 5 jumps, okay? So your best score after 5 jumps, all right? So put yourself a target down. See how far you can jump. So here's my first try. So I'm going to jump over here. That's my first try. I've beaten my score, so I can move it a little bit further forward. You could even put it just in front of your foot. See if you can beat it next time. You can't. I'm out of shot now. Okay. So if I jump here and land, and I've gone over my target, I could move it just in front of my foot. See if I can pass that next time. Okay. So that's my first one. This is my second one. So I've beaten that score. I can now move it in front of my foot, and I can have a go at that. 5 attempts. All right. So you're going to have a go at that. See how you get on with the first event. All right. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to have a go at that. Set yourself a personal best. 5 attempts. I might just do it sideways so you can see as well. So here's my starting point. Okay. As far back as I can get in the room. That's my starting point. I'm going to take a step there, and I'm going to jump. If I can beat that score, excellent. I'll move it forward to see if I can beat the next one. Now that I've done all of my jumps, so this is my last jump. That's my final jump. Excellent. Hey, buddy. That's my final jump. I'm going to then measure it. How are you? You going to say hello to everyone? No? I steal his room, and then I expect him to be quite happy with me just playing in here on my own. You going to come say hi? Okay, now here's how you measure your score. Okay, We're going to measure in steps, in pigeon steps. Oh, Archie's already starting to measure. So I'm going to give you a way to measure it, okay? So let's put, here's my starter point, here's my other point. What you're going to do is you're going to put your heel on the scoring point, okay? Or on your starting point. Then that's one step. That's 1 foot, if you like, okay? Not an actual foot. We're not measuring in actual feet. It's one of your feet, okay? Then you need to put your other foot in front, touching your toes. So that's 2 steps, and these are pigeon steps. Then you're going to go 3 steps, and you're going to keep going until you reach your score, okay? So there's mine, that's 4, okay? And it's maybe a little bit more, but it's not quite 5. So I've got 4 of my feet, 4 steps that I've jumped, all right? So if you're, so let's say I've got 4, that was my jump. Now I'm going to give you a score to help you with. So here's your distance. If you're able to jump 1 of your own feet, okay, so 1 step, you get 5 points. You might want to write this down now. Excellent. 8 of your feet, 5.5 if it was your granddad's. Excellent. So if it was 1 step, so if you were only here, that's 1. Okay, there's 1. You get 5 points for that. So if you're only able to jump 1 of your feet like this, 5 points. Okay. 2 is 10. You might want to write this down so you know what your score is. 2 is 10. 3 is 15. 4 is 20. 5 is 25. 6 is 30. So we went up in 5s there. I hope you can see the last couple of scores. I only wrote this down on this big piece of paper so you could see it all. 7 is 40 points. So if you manage to jump 7 of your feet, if you did 8 or more, Archie, that's 50 points. Okay, 8 of your own feet, you get 50 points. Okay, so let me know how you got on, and I will explain the next event. The second event is shot put. You are going to need a sock ball, maybe a couple, so you can. So I'm going to go with 4 sock balls. Okay, so you can have 4 sock balls. We're going to set a timer for this one. You're also going to need a target. So I'm just using a bowl from the kitchen. Okay. So you're going to need a target. You're going to need some sock balls, and you're going to need to take 5 steps backwards from your target. Okay, so from wherever you are, I know that in this room I can do 5, and that's quite a challenge for me. So from my target, take 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm on the other side. All right, now. I am still here. You're just going to see my arm as I'm throwing. We're going to do shot put, okay? So it's an overarm throw. You're going to overarm throw into your target. You can have up to 4 shot puts, so you don't have to go and get them. But we're going to be throwing for 30 seconds, all right? We can all do this one together. We're going to be throwing for 30 seconds, and we're going to set a timer on here. There it is. So we're going to have 30 seconds of throwing. Has to be overarm, just like a shot put, okay? If you want to use shot put technique and push it, you're welcome to, but it has to be above your shoulder. So we're going to throw, see how many you get in, okay? Once you've got your score, after 30 seconds, we will tally it up and add that to your previous score, so you start to get your pentathlon total, all right? So set yourself up a target, take 5 steps back, maybe mark it so you know where that is so you don't have to do it. And then in 30 seconds, see how many shots you can get overarm throw into your target, okay? Key stage 1 children, if you want to do underarm throw, you're welcome to do underarm throw, okay? Right. Starting from, let's set the timer. Okay, I've got a little desk in my way here, so let me just move that over. I've moved the laptop over, I haven't moved that over. So you can see, okay, so I'm going to be throwing with my elbow from here. Okay, and we're going to start 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, go. See how many shots you can get in. Okay, so here's 1 shot. Oh, that's 1 straight in. 2. Okay, so I've got 2 in, 2 missed, but I've still got time. So I'm going to collect my balls. Okay. And go again. That's half the time. All right, first 2 in, and I've missed. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Oh, 5 more seconds. Can I get one more in? Quick, quick, quick. Oh, oh. Oh, and that's time. So, my score. Hold it there. Thank you very much, timer. Right, my score was 3. So I got 3 shots in 30 seconds. Okay. So there's my 15 points. So we're going to add that to our previous score. You got 9 in. Excellent. So Archie, 9 in gets you to your 8+ again. There's another 50 points for you. That's a big score already. We're only 2 events in. So there's another 50 points. Well done. For those of you that got fewer, you've got 5 points if you got 1 in, 10 points for 2, 15 points for 3, 20 points for 4, 25 for 5, 30 for 6. So up in 5s there. Then we take a jump of 10 if you got 7, and you get 50 points for any more than 8 or 8 or more. Okay, excellent. Right, next event we're going to move on to is a sprint. Okay, now I won't turn the page just yet so we don't get the scores up, so that you know we're going to do a sprint, but not as you know it. We're going to do a sprint mountain climber style. So we're going to go into plank position. I'm going to demonstrate sideways on so you can see. Okay, we're going to go into plank position. Now for this you're going to have to be in full plank. All right, so you're going to have to be in this position. You have to hold it for at least the time that you're moving. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do floor sprints. So holding your feet on the floor, we're going to run, bringing our leg into the front here, and then changing our leg over. Okay, so we're going to be running like this on the floor. Now, each rep, so 1 step if you like, 1 rep is when you move both legs. So as I'm standing here, if I move my left one first, so left, right, that's 1, okay? Left and right is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time my left foot comes forward, if that's my first one, that's 1 rep. Okay, and you've got to do as many as you can. We're going to go 30 seconds again. So this is going to be quite hard, and I'm getting very hot in here already because it's a lovely warm day out, and the sun's hitting the window. So floor sprints, 30 seconds. If you start with your left foot, you're going to go left and right. That'll be 1. Left and right will be 2. Left and right will be 3. And you keep going until the timer is up. All right, as many as you can, and then we'll work out how many you get in comparison to your points. All right, we're going to set the timer. Ready to go. 30 more seconds. Right, 30 seconds. We're going to start. You get a slight advantage. So get down into your plank position or just on your knees, ready to hear go, and then you can sprint, start and go off. You'll get a slight head start over me. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds on the clock. So down we go. So we're going forward to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fast as you can. This is your sprint. Push, push, push. Keep going as fast as you can. It's a long sprint of 30 seconds, but that's time. Well done. I lost count a little bit. Hopefully you guys didn't lose count. Last time I checked, I was on 25 and then I lost count. That was probably, so I'm gonna round mine up to 30. Hope you other guys don't mind. Let's find out what that means. Okay. Excellent. So sprints. If you got 64, Archie, what do you have for breakfast? Okay. So here's where it might get a little bit trickier. You may need somebody to help you. Archie, I think you'll be fine. So the sprint, 0 to 5. So if you've got anything up to 5, you get 5 points. Okay. If you got between, well, more than 5 but less than 10, that's 10 points. Okay, so anything up to 10 after 5. If you've got more than 10 but less than 15, so 11, 12, 13 or 14, 15 points. Up to 20 then is 20 points. Up to 30 is 30 points. So I would have got 30 points. After 30, you get an extra point for every rep. Okay? So basically, Archie, 64 points is your 30 points plus every one more for every one. Okay? So you actually just get 64 points. All right? So you can add that on to your previous score. And Archie is doing very well in comparison. Okay? Next one, you're going to need a hurdle, because we're going to do hurdles next. Right, my hurdle is just going to be this teddy. Just going to grab this teddy. It's quite a big one. But you could just put a shoe down if you want. Grab a pillow or a cushion, something you can jump over. And we're going to do speed bounce for our hurdles. Okay, now you can choose key stage 1. Okay, you can start with just stepping over. So that's just 1. Okay, so key stage 1, that's yours. Key stage 2, Archie, 2 feet. Okay, we're going to jump over. So you're going to be jumping both sides. So over is 1. Okay, back is 2. And you're going to see how many you can do in 30 seconds. All right. That's it. That's our hurdles event. So we're going to do another 30 seconds. Not much of a rest in between, but we're going to go another 30 seconds, do our hurdle event. All right. You might already have seen we've got a similar score system that we did beforehand. All right. So the score system is the same. So anything up to 5, you'll get 5 points for. So that's a good place to start. Okay. I'm going to count in. Ready to go. So you need your pillow down or your book or your shoe, whatever it is that you're going to be jumping over. The higher it is, the more of a challenge it will be, Archie. Okay, anybody wants more of a challenge, you want to get it up a little bit higher. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds to get going. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So speed jumps over the top. 1, 2, 3. Oh, try not to trample on your lion. The idea is that your top of your body doesn't really move, just your lower half, okay? Bring your knees up and go over. Try and keep your top part still over the center and try not to put a hole in the floor by landing nice and soft, bending at the knees, springing back up. Okay, I spent the whole time talking to you guys and didn't count, so hopefully I didn't distract you from your counting. Okay. Right. I'm going to round down this time. I'm going to go with 20. Because I wasn't counting. So if I was counting and I got 20. Yes, Archie. 47. So 47 points. So speed hurdles. Up to 5 is 5 points. Up to 10, 10 points. Up to 15, 15 points. After that, if you've got more than 15 but less than 20, you get 20 points. If you've got more than 20 but less than 30, that's your 30 points. And if you've got above 30, you get a bonus point for every additional rep. So it's basically, it will be 47 points for Archie, who got 47. All right? Excellent. Now, we are going through this quite quickly today, which is not a bad thing because it's a lovely day outside and we all want to get out where possible and spend some time playing outside. So if you can, and you're lucky enough to be able to do that today, then I hope you have a lovely time doing that. And if not, then there are some home games that you can look back on that I've done previously that you definitely can do inside and have some fun inside doing that with somebody at home. So wall sit is the last one. This is our long distance. This is our endurance. And there's no timer for this. This is just your time, however long you can sit there for. All right. So you might be able to see the scores and give yourself an idea of how long you want to go for. But you're going to need to find a little bit of space on a wall that you can sit at. So the idea is, it's going to be quite hard for me to demonstrate in here with side on. I didn't think this through. I'm going to do it here. This is where I had planned to do it, but you won't be able to see. So the idea is, if I show you sideways on, we're going to squat down up against the wall. My back is going to be flush. So I'm going to use the wall to hold me up. So I'm going to show you here. So the wall is going to hold me up, okay? But you need to be sat so you're at 90 degrees with your knees, okay? Knees at 90 degrees, okay? I'm going to show you that from here. You also need to make sure that your feet, so your ankle joint is at 90 degrees too. So basically you want a nice straight line from your hip to your knee. So that should be parallel to the floor. Okay, that should be straight. Okay, and you also want to make sure that your shin and ankle is right underneath your knee as well. Don't bring your feet back and bend forwards. Okay, you can see that this is the shape that I was in now. That's not good for your knees. That will hurt you much more in the long term as well as in the short term. So get yourself at 90 degrees as if you're sitting in a chair, back up against the wall to balance. And this is going to test your endurance in your legs. So this is our long distance. You might want to do this yourself on your clock, okay? On your watch, a stopwatch or a timer. Either set yourself a time that you want to get to, or what I'm going to do is press start on this stopwatch, and you can then see how long it was when you came off. All right. So I'm going to start it very soon. Make sure you've got a little bit of wall that you can do this on. Like I said, make sure you've got a 90-degree angle at your knees. It's hard to demonstrate without the wall. With your wall back flat, and see how long you can hold that for. And then we'll come back and do a time. So I'm going to actually do a full demonstration. I'll let the clock run so you guys can be watching as I talk. I'll leave it on there. And then we'll talk about how to finish off and do our final scores after. Are you ready? Find yourself a space on the wall. Don't quite sit on it yet. You've got 3 seconds. 2, 1, and hold it. Go. So I'll quickly get myself under here. Okay, so my back's straight. I should look on the screen as if I'm sat down. Okay? Make sure that your knees are at 90 degrees. So your knee should be directly over your ankle as well. And your back should be nice and flat onto the wall. So you're using your tummy muscles, holding yourself upright, but it's your leg muscles that are holding you up against the wall. Now I'm already starting to shake. Not sure how much longer I can go for. I'm possibly a little bit too low, but my head is stuck underneath this shelf. So I'm probably a little bit below the 90 degrees, which is why it's burning a little bit more. Finding it hard to speak. Deep breath in, a couple more seconds. I can do this. Come on. Nearly there. Okay, that's me there. Burn your legs. It's very hot in here. I'm very hot and sweaty. Wow. 1 minute I was at. So if you guys kept up with me, that was impressive. I didn't think I'd get to 1 minute. That's a long time. Right. I'm going to keep this on. I didn't think it was that long at all. I thought I'd maybe done 20 or 30 seconds. So I did over the time here. Anybody that's still going, you've got an over the time too. Which means if you were able to hold it for more than 45 seconds like I did, that's maximum points 50. Okay, so 50 is the maximum amount of points you can get for that one. 50 points. If you were less than 5 seconds and you didn't hold it for more than that, you get 5 points just for trying. Okay. If you managed over 5 seconds, but less than 10, that's 10 points. Up to 15 seconds, there's a bit of a theme here. Up to 15 seconds is 15 points. Anything up to 20 seconds, 20 points. Anything up to 30 seconds is 30 points. If you've got more than 30, but less than 45, you get 40 points. Wow, Archie, well done. 1 minute 38 is very impressive. If you got up to 45 seconds, that's 40 points. And then anything more than 45, so even if you got 46, 50 points. So well done, Archie, you've got 1 minute 38, 155 points. Is that your total, Jada? Excellent. I'm glad you mentioned that, because the next page is our total page. Okay, so if you've added all your points together, let me have a look at what your scores are. So 155 Jada got. Well done, Jada. Excellent. we have a points total here. Now, I'm going to try and drop this in, make it a little bit more exciting and dramatic, just to finish off, okay? So we have finished now. Here's what we're going to do. So if you've added up all your points, you're going to get a tally. I'm going to drop it in now as we see it, okay? So anything between 0 and 10 is level 1. Well done, those at level 1. Anything between 11, if it's 11 and 20, Archie's coming in with 261 points. Let's see what level he gets at. So 11 to 20, level 2. If it's 21 to 30, level 3. Anything above that but less than 40, level 4. See my pattern here a little bit. 41 to 50, level 5. 51 to 60, level 6. Here's where it just changes slightly. 61 to 75, that's level 7. Okay. Now, level 8 is the bronze medal. That is for anybody over 75, so 76 to 100 points. So if you've got between 76 and 100, you're level 8, which is a bronze medal. Well done. If you managed over 100 points, between 100 and 200 points, which is you, Jada, silver medal, level 9. Well done. Excellent work. And just to finish off, Archie, 200 plus points. So 261 points is a huge score. That is level 10. That is a gold medal. And that is your points totals there. So you can have a look, see how well you did. What's really good. Good job, Ellie, silver as well. Fantastic. What's really good about this home game, which is why I did it, is that it's actually something that you can come back to. You're so very welcome. It's something you can come back to, okay? So if you want to try and beat your previous score, you can, especially if you wrote it down and wrote down a time, then that's excellent. Archie got a gold. There's a clap for you, a clap for Ellie for silver, a clap for Jada for her silver as well, and anybody else. Huge well done. Like I say, if you want to come back to it, you're more than welcome to. And if there are people outside enjoying the sunshine and you want to do this later on, then you can do that anytime using anything from around the house, inside or outside. So if you were outside and thought, I can't join in today because I want to be outside in the sunshine, take a little mobile device outside and you can do it outside. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you again soon.